So, uh, I don't think I did do. I don't think I did a recap for Joaquin Buckley versus uh, Colby Covington. The fight happened a while ago. I think I did talk about Joaquin Buckley and who's next for him, but I don't know if I addressed Colby fully. I might have. I got to check back. I think I didn't. But Colby has come out, to make another excuse about the fight, that he got headbutted and his blood, his fate, and the doctor stoppage, and he would have finished him if the fight continued and all this other BS. Look, I'll give a brief rundown of my take on Colby Covington, and we'll move from there with it. So Colby, he had the peak of his career when he fought Kamaru Usman, and he lost twice to him. Uh, Credit to Colby. They were entertaining fights. Colby was in there. He was landing on Usman, and he was doing his thing. He did lose, but he was doing his thing, and that's why I call that moment the peak of his career. Colby Covington is gifted on the mic. Outside of the octagon, he's a gifted entertainer. He knows how to put asses in seats. He knows what to say. He knows how to provoke his opponent. He's a smart guy. He's a smart fighter outside of the octagon. Inside, he's got the same fight IQ as I don't know, fucking three toenails. It's just choose any random object in your fucking house. He's got the same fight IQ as that. Okay. Previous fights, he's a stellar wrestler, excellent pace, great cardio. I would consider him a brawler when it comes to striking. He doesn't have the most pinpoint accuracy, but he knows how to stand and bang with the best of them, or at least he knew how to. But then you look at his recent fights, his fight against Leon Edwards, where he just totally didn't show up at all, adopted some bullshit kickboxing stance that really, it looked like it was a disgrace to kickboxing. It really was. It looked terrible. He just adopted a fighting style that it looked so fucking alien to him. It was a disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace. And then after that, I was no longer a fan. And it's just simply because, he knows how to get you interested. And then once you're interested enough to watch the damn fight, you see the fight and you just get disgusted because he was talking about how great he was going to look and all this other shit. And then you see him for real and he looks absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. In the Joaquin Buckley fight, he wasn't totally he didn't totally disappear. He had moments, but you could see that Joaquin Buckley was a step ahead, okay? Throughout the fight, you could see Joaquin Buckley was a step ahead. Especially early on, Buckley had a really, really clean punch that even put Colby right on his ass, So you could almost tell that if that fight were to go even later in the rounds, I truly feel like Buckley was going to be able to land another really clean punch to maybe even put Colby out, but to definitely put Colby on his ass once again. And when you get when you get like more than two or more than one of those really clean punches that put your opponent on their ass, it's a really big penalty when it comes to the judging for their case, So yeah, if that fight were to go the full number of rounds, I really doubt Colby would have won. So yeah, and then for Colby to come on social media and say what he said, it's no surprise. That's just Colby Covington. That's the Colby Covington we've all come to know now. All right, the Trump stick, I get it. He's a proud American. I respect that. I'm a proud American. The Trump supporting stuff, I respect it. Your opinion is your opinion. But the glazing is the glazing of Trump, and then for Trump to not even choose you as his favorite fighter, and it was too much. And then he brought Hulk Hogan, and I get why he did that. He tried to entertain, and he does entertain. And you know what? It ended up being entertaining. So above all, as a main credit to Colby, he is an entertainer. What makes me want the UFC to cut him is the fact that as great as an entertainer as he is, or as great, although he's a great entertainer, he's not a great fighter, or at least he doesn't seem like a great fighter anymore. So he could talk the talk all the time, but walking the walk seems to be a thing of the fucking past for him. So yeah, I really have lost total faith in Colby Covington. I think, I doubt the UFC cuts him just because of how entertaining he is. But, I guess the next best use for him, if you're not going to cut him, would be to make him a gatekeeper. Like a Neil Magny situation. And just have him keep testing out the young up and comers. Throw him at every young UFC up and comer in the welterweight division that you see. And I guess that's his future, because in the upper echelon, at the top of the top, he seems to keep fucking promising shit that we never see. So look, end of the day, Colby's entertaining. He's just shit in the octagon. When it comes to him actually showing up for a fight, it's really just a roll of the dice. Sometimes you roll fucking snake eyes and he shows up and he's wrestling real hard and he's got stellar pressure, and sometimes you just fucking roll a 3 or something or something less than a 4, and he's taken on a new fighting style that he's never fought with before. Gonna fucking come in there and start trying to utilize Krav Maga or some shit like that, Wing Chun, and get his ass fucking outclassed again. So yeah, who knows with Colby? At the end of the day, I think the UFC should cut him. I don't think they will. So next best thing, make him a gatekeeper, and that's that. Overall, you let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next.